Hello and welcome to the Sony Pro Show Q&A. I'm James Leach and I'm joined today by Robbie Fleming. We are going to be answering some of the questions that you've posted following the Sony Pro Show Episode 3. If you haven't had a chance to take a look at the show, check it out on the Sony Professional YouTube channel. First of all, Robbie, thanks for joining me. The Sony Pro Show Episode 3 really highlighted the autofocus capabilities of the Z90. Can we explain a little bit about the different options that the Z90 offers for AF?
Yep, of course. So one of the big differences between the X70 and the Z90 is basically a sensor change.
Yes.
So what this new sensor brings, it actually brings us 273 autofocus points within the sensor. So, and it basically gives us 84% coverage across the sensor,
Okay.
Which is a massive amount more than we had on the X70.
Okay.
We've also added a touch screen, so therefore we can actually see what you want to focus on and touch it, and it will actually do that, so it makes it a lot quicker. Some of these things are coming from more the retail side that people use and people like, and we're finding that autofocus is one of those things that is actually helping people. People like it now, actually. So we also then have a fully customizable functions that actually will help autofocus when shooting as well, so in a more professional manner. So that's good. So if we look at autofocus, some of the main stuff we've always had, which is wide zone and basically sort of a movable area, they're still in there, and we have them in all of our cameras. So that's part of our normal autofocus.
And that's depending on what you're shooting, like a wide scene or more like a macro narrow focus.
Correct.
Something
If you narrow it down, it's then looking at only certain part to actually focus on, or if it's wide, it's looking at the whole scene and then autofocusing on that to give you the best from it. What we've added also then is more subject tracking. So where we can pick a subject by touching it, and then also making sure that follows it all the way through.
Okay.
And we've added a menu in there that will allow us to actually make that as a normal setting, which will gradually follow it, or we can actually say it's a wide setting or it's a narrow setting. So if we're doing something like a train coming down the track, if we've got wide and we touch it as it comes through, that will then actually focus from the point you see the train, and it will follow it all the way through across the whole sensor.
Right.
But if we're doing something like a butterfly, which is then quite small, and we know it's not going to move far, we will then actually click onto the butterfly. It will then focus on the butterfly, and the butterfly is not going to move that far within the scene, so that it's keeping that narrow focus on that narrow part. So therefore, you can adjust that relative to what you actually want to use and how you actually use it. So the next part of that, we've actually added in how quick it moves from a subject.
Okay.
So if we're, like, again, for instance, if we're actually doing motor racing and we're jumping from one point to another, so as a car comes towards me and it goes past me and we want it to the next car coming, we can actually make that more responsive so it does it quicker, or we can slow it right down. So if we actually have a slow scene and we don't want it to move too fast, we can jump between the two very quickly. And again, that can be done by touch as well.
Okay.
So the other one we also have, which is new to us, is face detection. And the face detection will actually pick up all the faces within the actual area, and you can decide which one you want to keep the focus on. So if you've got 3 people in the picture, you can then decide this is the one I want to keep, and you can actually use the thumb menu to actually decide which one, press it, and it allocates it, and it will actually follow that person and keep that person in focus all the time. And the last one is the lock-on autofocus. So basically, with that function there, we've seen that when we actually had in the video where he locks onto the snowboarder, and as he's coming down, he keeps him in focus all the way through.
Great. Thank you very much for your time today, Robbie. Really appreciate it.
No problem.
If you'd like to find out more, please visit pro.sony website and sign up to my Sony Professional YouTube channel. See you again soon.